Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the State of New Hampshire's continuing series of virtual job fairs. Today, we are highlighting employment opportunities in the Lakes region of the Granite State. So we'd like to take a few moments, welcome everyone onto the platform, go over some navigational logistics to help with your experience today. As you can see, we have a mock job fair platform right up here. So we'll hopefully this will be a little bit easier for people to follow our instructions. So a big thank you to Employment Security and to our partners at the Department of Business and Economic Affairs for their partnership with helping us promote these events. And what we're going to do is just get started to make sure everyone understands where the resources are, how to navigate around the platform. First and foremost, if you haven't been on the platform previously, you're wondering where you are currently located, once we get out of the presentation mode, if you just want to find an open seat on the floor that you are seeing on your screen, double click on that open seat, and then you will see your avatar appear where you just clicked. If you'd like to make changes to your avatar, you can always go to the top right-hand corner of your screen, click on your profile button, and there you'll be able to make whatever changes that you would like to your profile, including the picture on your avatar and things such as that. So that will help those folks that were unsure as to where they were currently located. You'll be able to find that, make those changes going forward. For finding employers, where we would start is you'll see there is the red rectangle in the top center right that is our location map for employers. What happens when you click on that? You see that the map pops up. And you have a window showing you which employers are located on each floor. So you want to make notes of where the employers are located that you're hoping to talk with today. Jot down which floors they are located on. And then once you are done with that, you'll be able to then go from floor to floor. So in order to do that, you'll see on the left-hand side of your screen, the elevator button as numbers 1 through 10. So those represent our 10 floors that the employers are located on today. And then you'll look at your notes from when you just looked at the location map. You'll click on the number on the elevator button for the floor that you are looking to go to visit those employers. And then you'll be brought to a floor that you've selected. And the floor will look exactly like what you saw prior to us going into presentation mode. So you will have in the center of each floor, you'll have booths for each employer. Those booths will be labeled. You'll see the name of the organization underneath that booth. You'll look to see which employers are located at each, find your employer, and then you'll double click on an open seat at that employer's booth. If there aren't any open seats when you go to visit that employer, you could then go down your list and look for the other employers you were hoping to talk with today, and then come back to this employer again later on during today's event. Or you could simply go into one of the waiting seats that are located to the right of each booth. Also to the right, you'll see that there are interview rooms. Each employer is able to utilize an interview room for a private conversation with a job candidate. So if you are instructed to go to the interview room with a specific number by the employer at the booth, you'll go over to the right. And then if that interview room is open, with that seat is open, you'll double click on it. And if it's not open, simply go back to one of those waiting chairs and wait for that interview room to open up. And then once it is your turn, you'll be able to go in. A couple of other pointers here. You'll see in the top middle of your screen, you see the kiosk with the television screen. If for any reason you were unable to watch the instructional video when you first logged in today, or there were some pieces of that video that you wanted to go back to, you had some questions, you can just click on that play button in that television screen throughout today's event, and you'll be able to go through that 3-minute tutorial video again. So that's a resource that continues to be available to you throughout today's event. Other resources available, you'll also see that to the right of the red rectangle, there is our blue rectangle for our job fair guide. So this is the guide that was sent out to all registered job seekers that includes the names of the organizations that are here today, together with a description of the positions that they are recruiting for, together with their contact information. So it's a great resource, not only for use during today's event, but also a great resource in the days after today's event, so that you can continue to follow up with those employers that you see as being a good match. So another great resource to be using today. So with these instructions, we've gone over most of these resources that are available, how to figure out where employers are located, how to figure out where you're located, and then how to move around all 10 floors of today's event. Now, a couple of things to make it easier as you navigate around. Some of these events have been pretty popular as of late. So in order to reduce the bandwidth on the platform, we would simply ask that when you're moving around, either going from seat to seat or from floor to floor, if you could just shut off your camera and shut off your microphone when moving, that would be appreciated and would help with everyone's experience. To do that, you just go to the bottom toolbar and click on the camera and the mic, and then they will both have a cross through them, so they will be shut off. And then obviously when you are looking to go to that next employer's table, make sure to turn both of those on so that you're able to join in that conversation. A couple of additional pointers you'll see on the right-hand side. We have several resource links that are available. These are all links to different programs and service providers for training and other reemployment services that are available. So when you have time today before leaving the platform, please check those out. And then that top link is our link to our upcoming virtual job fairs. So this is something that we continue to update on a daily basis. We'll be holding events throughout the summer. A lot of them will be region specific, like today, which is specific to the Lakes region. Tomorrow we have our Monadnock region event. And then on Thursday of this week, we have our Capital and Southern region event, basically Concord down to the Mass border along that I-93 corridor. So continue to check that out as we're going forward. You can see those events that get added to that calendar, and you'll be able to register for those by going to that link. So another great set of resources to have at your fingertips today. For those of you that are filing for unemployment benefits, there's nothing that you need to do on the platform today other than actively engage with our hiring employers. You don't need to check in with employment security or sign in at any table. Just simply utilize today's event as it is intended. Interact with these employers, look for that next job, and then when you go to file your claim for this week, you'll have the opportunity to indicate that you attended today's event for the virtual job fair for the Lakes region. So again, thank you to everyone. Thank you to our employers. Thank you and best of luck to our job seekers today. Employment Security will be here to answer questions. If you do have any questions, you can find us on the first floor by going to either the kiosk at the help desk kiosk that is in the top center of the screen on the first floor, or you can go to the Employment Security table, which is in the top left of the first floor. we'll have representatives here throughout the event that will be able to answer your questions. And again, we are on the first floor for both of those resources. So best of luck to everyone today. Look forward to talking with many of you. Hopefully those that are also looking in the Monadnock region, check out our event tomorrow, or those interested in the Concord, Manchester, Nashua area can check out our event on Thursday. Thank you very much and best of luck.